CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.
How's everyone doing today? This is Tom from CollectAWrestlePalooza. I'm going to be opening up another Merlin 1992 gold wrestling pack. This is a big boy. These packs were not inexpensive, and I am in search of the crazy looking Ultimate Warrior card. It looks just like the picture here on the foil pack itself. 1992 is an era of professional wrestling I like to collect. I actually like to target what they call the new era, which is between the Golden Age and the Attitude Era, I believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, viewers, but these are my good luck charms today. I found two things in the archives that represent the Golden Age and then also represent right before the Attitude Era, the end of the new era. So these wrestling card packs here that I'm opening today, the Merlin ones, would be right in between these two artifacts here. So, as you guys know, Golden Age WWF, one name reigned supreme. It was Hulk Hogan, Hulkamania. Hulk Hogan was the WWF. If you were alive during that time, you know exactly what I mean. Arguably bigger than, say, Michael Jordan in basketball was Hulk Hogan to WWF. And then the Ultimate Warrior, pictured here, actually beat Hulk Hogan for the belt. And this was an attempt for the WWF to get a new hero. And this here, Superstars Oatmeal Cookies, I actually have had this since I was a kid. My mom and dad put it on my shelf, and it was above my bed when I slept as a kid. And then now I have it as an adult. I love this. But take a look at this amazing collectible, so let's get a sense of what it actually is. It is Superstars Oatmeal Cookies. You've got Andre the Giant, the actual size of the cookie, pretty big, right? I mean, look at that. That's a bite-sized cookie. And then you've got Hulk Hogan and Ultimate Warrior on the front. This was the oatmeal flavor. They had other flavors too, but I remember the oatmeal flavor had the coolest looking box, so that's the one that we saved. And then here you have all of the superstars on the back. Just love this box because if you have collected action figures or other things in the WWF, you know that they have a habit of putting all the superstars in this fashion on the posters and that sort of thing to advertise, you know, who was in the Federation at the time. Just love this style, very iconic with the stars and then the Superstars logo at the top here along with the old school WWF logo. So you've got Hulk Hogan, Warrior, Andre, Honky Tonk, Brutus the Barber Beefcake, the Rockers, Dusty Rhodes, Jake the Snake Roberts, Macho King Randy Savage, and Ravishing Rick Rude. And I'm imagining all of these folks had oatmeal cookies in this box. So coupon on the side, save 25 cents on your next box. Just love this artifact. I've had it since I was a kid, like I said. Second, we've got a 1996 Royal Rumble. This is a sealed VHS, another gem from my collection, something I really like. This was when the new era, which featured Undertaker, Bret, Hitman, Hart, a lot of the Hall of Famers that are retiring or have retired today, or are, you know, in the twilight of their careers or just finished the twilight of their careers, got their start around the new era, which is why it's the forgotten part of the Federation. And because it wasn't as popular at the time, I like to collect things from this era because I figured they didn't make as many of them. WWF wasn't as big when Hulk Hogan was on the decline and when they were trying to find the new hero. So I like to collect anything from mid-90s, which this pack is part of. And let's get to opening the pack. As always, I have my paraphernalia here. I'm going to put everything into penny sleeves and top holders off camera. I'm looking for the hit, which is the Crazy Ultimate Warrior. Some other big cards, British Bulldog on the front there. Also, Bret Hitman Hart has a card. Macho Man has some cards, Hulk Hogan has some cards, and then the other one, which I actually pulled, if you want to check out part one of this series, I pulled a Ric Flair card, which I since learned was his first appearance on WWF cardboard. So I called it the Director Chair Flair, and it is. It shows him on a director's chair. Apparently that was a pretty big hit as well, and then Legion of Doom. But the Crazy Ultimate Warrior is the one that I am trying to pull. Let's get to it. I'm going to rip this thing off camera because it is a little bit tricky. You kind of have to rip it along the edge, and then I'll bring it back on camera to reveal the cards. Alright, so I'm just going to pull them out here. We're going to go through them one by one, And then I will put all of them into penny sleeves and top holders. And let's hope we got some hits. Ooh, we've got Repo Man. I love these characters. This was actually, what's his name? Barry Darso, I want to say, but he was in Demolition, and here he is as the Repo Man. I just love that the WWF was trying to create comic book characters at the time. That's the way I look at them anyway. And I think it was an attempt to target their demographic of younger folks, but I just love seeing these grown adults being Repo Man. I mean, how silly is that? It turns the wrestling ring into a cartoon arena, but to me it's very interesting, this whole thing. If you look at all the merchandise, you know, this is when the WWF was targeting children pretty explicitly, so I like to have the artifacts from this time. Like I said, that makes me happy. That's something that I like to collect. So Repo Man, card number 1. Card number 2. Ooh, we got an Undertaker! We got an Undertaker. Which Undertaker is it? That's not a bad Undertaker at all. If that gets a good grade, I know for a fact on my eBay store right now, I have one of the highest grades of this card on the eBay shop right now. I think it's either a 7 or an 8. So if I got a 9 or a 10, that's a pretty big card there too. We got Texas Tornado versus Mr. Perfect. Now that's a great action shot because it's showing Kerry Von Erich doing the Iron Claw on the front, and you don't see him doing the Iron Claw that much. They tried to change his persona, you know, that when he came into the WWF, they dropped Von Erich initially and just called him Texas Tornado, and they remade his finishing move into the Tornado Punch as opposed to the Iron Claw. So really nice to see the old Texas style Iron Claw on two legends here. Those are two legends of the sport, so I really, really like that card. And the centering on all these is a little bit off left to right, particularly on that Undertaker card, but the other two, the centering is not as bad. We got the model, Rick Martel. Nice portrait shot there. Ooh, that's another big card. Bret Hitman Hart. That is a really nice looking Bret Hitman Hart card. That's the one you want, the portrait style. We got a Macho Man Randy Savage. Not the best Macho Man Randy Savage, but centering looks pretty good, and it's a Macho Man card. Macho Man on cardboard is always desirable. Jerry Saggs of the Nasty Boys. And Hawk of the Legion of Doom. Pretty good pack there. Again, Undertaker, Bret Hitman Hart are the two biggest hits. I'm really enjoying this, even though I haven't pulled my Warrior yet. Please leave comments. Let me know your favorite memories from the 1990s and 1990s WWF. Be good to each other. Make this a healthy part of your life. Have fun. Happy collecting.
CollectAWrestlePalooza. CollectAWrestlePalooza.